Hello everyone. Hello, can you hear me? Better check that first this week. How is everyone doing? Welcome to This Week in Robot Combat. Did I say that right? This Week in Robot Combat? I think I did. I'm not really sure. Anyway, welcome to the live stream. It is the 11th of October 2020. Yeah, we're live once again. It's a fun little format and I'm enjoying doing it, so I thought why not do it again this week, because we're still on that hype train for BattleBots at the minute. Hello, we can hear you. Thank you, Caleb. Lovely to see you. Hello, Zines Mods. Hello, Crystal Carnage. Hello, everyone in the chat. I have the chat down here on my iPad. So do, if you wish to send some comments or things about the robots we're seeing. Once again, I'll ask for no spoilers. If you know information about what is happening over in Long Beach, California at BattleBots, please keep it to yourselves. The stuff I'm going to be revealing today is all public information revealed by either the teams themselves or stuff that is so public that it's fine to talk about, basically. Yeah, plenty to go through once again this week. It is just about all BattleBots news, because BattleBots, it's coming. It's on the horizon. Yeah, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Lots happening over there. We're getting little teasers, little tidbits of information and stuff about sort of thematics and everything. We're going to go through a load of that today. If you've not listened yet to the RoboCast Newsweek, we've discussed a little bit of it already. Do go and check that out over on your favourite podcasting apps, where we discuss a little bit more detail on the stories. Me and Sam Elliott have a little bit of a discussion about what's going on. Obviously, if you want to follow along with today's stories, you can do so over at the World of Woodrow Facebook page, which is where all of the stories are coming to you from this week and every week, because it just makes life easier for me. So, without further ado, I think we ought to drop straight into a little bit of news, because I'm hoping to keep this about half an hour this week. 4:30 seems like a good cut-off point. Hopefully. Obviously, last week we were waiting for that hijinks announcement, so I managed to drag it out a little bit. We also had lots to go through last week. But yes, good. Here we go then. The news feed, if everything goes smoothly. I'm just waiting to see it's on my screen down here to check that it's all working perfectly fine. Let's have a look. There it is. Okay, cool. So we'll start off this week with the hero shots, and there's going to be a few of these we're going to see as we go through the news for this week, but the hero shots. These are the shots that you will see the camera sort of panning around the robots and it all looking very cool. You can see Kraken at the minute is the robot in the middle there, in the blue camera area. There are two of these areas. There's a blue one and a red one. We'll see in a little bit 3 videos from the Scorpios team taking a look behind the scenes. I really recommend you have a look at them. It was really good to see some of the behind the scenes stuff from this year, so yeah, very cool. What I think they are doing for this is, if the robot is starting in the blue square, they will have the blue background picture. If they're starting in the red square, they will have the red background picture, and the robots are doing both visuals. So, for example, Kraken here will have a photo on blue and a photo on red, or video on blue and video on red. I really like this. It's obviously because of the new BattleBots logo that we have, the blue versus red. There's 2 walk-on areas behind the scenes. I think it was Sawblaze. I forgot to share it. I meant to. But the Sawblaze team shared a photo of Sawblaze ready to go in through the tunnel to the arena. And there's a blue side and a red side, which is really cool. And I'm loving this theme dynamic. Very, very, very cool. We're going to scroll on through to see what else is happening. Oh yes, robotics. Endgame. Good lord, I have done a complete 180 on my opinion of this robot. It needs the big orange wedge. It looks amazing. I love it. Its whole picture, it's so cool. Its hero shot is amazing. I love it. I love it so much. Good lord. what can I say about it? It's just so cool, just so cool. I'm really, as I said on the Robocast, I'm really hoping that we get to see Endgame versus Tombstone this season. I think that would be an amazing matchup. Obviously, Endgame called them out in 2018, and then we've heard nothing about it. I think this version of Endgame stands a decent chance against Tombstone. So I want to see it. I really, really want to see it, and fingers crossed we will get to see it. I'm hearing rumours and rumblings that there's going to be less fights in the fight card section, potentially 3 instead of the 4 we've seen in the past couple of years, obviously because it's a condensed filming time and everything. So I'm happy with that. I think it actually clarifies things more. If a robot goes 2 and 1, it's obviously done a lot better than a robot that's gone 1 and 2. It's very obvious to see then who's progressing and doing whatever, and if they've done 3 and 0, then they're winning at life. If they've done 0 and 3, better luck next year perhaps. This is not confirmed. This is rumour mill running rife with talk and hearsay and stuff, so don't hold me to that if it turns out not to be true. But yeah, we shall roll on from Endgame to Whiplash, who have had a bit of a design change this year, and we were trying to work out on the Robocast Newsweek whether the whole thing is smaller, whether the disc is bigger, or whether it's both of those things. The disc looks bigger on the robot. Obviously the wheels are smaller, and they're single piece wheels as opposed to what we've seen previously, which is wheel and a hub for that wheel to go on. Whole new front wedge setup, looking very cool, looking very smart. Everything just looks really good on this version of Whiplash, and I'm very excited to see it fighting. Looks like they've optimised it. Oh, that's the end of the video, is it? That's nice. We'll watch that again, shall we? This is going to stop there. That's fine. I don't care. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing Whiplash back in action. It is one of my favourite BattleBots, so yeah, very, very cool. Liking it. We scroll on to Jackpot, who have gone full death roll and put on a self-righting arm on the back that works really well. The team seem very happy that it works as well. There is actually cheering in the video, and if you can read this, roll me over. Very nice. It does exactly that. Jackpot is one of those robots who we weren't sure about whether they would be there in time, like getting ready and everything. They were quite late to getting started and everything, but do you know what? They've done a hell of a good job of getting it working and up and running. So big up Jackpot team, well done to them. It looks phenomenal. Inktober is next, weirdly, and you can see that endgame picture again. So yeah, I've been doing Inktober, and I'm sure lots of other people have. I know that Oliver Stapley of ESC has been doing Inktober. Alex Valentine, I think, on Unofficial Robot Wars has been showing off some Inktober pictures. So these are some of the ones I did last week up to Sunday. Obviously I've been going all this week. I need to catch up on yesterday's and do today's as well, but you'll get to see them probably next week. I just thought I'd show off some of my artwork, because I do like a bit of art every now and again. So you got Copperhead, you got Ignition from Extreme Robots, you got Pussycat from Classic Robot Wars, and that end game picture we just saw earlier on I've done in Inktober style. Liking them. Bit of self-promotion. Very nice. Cheeky gem. Very cool. Next up, Slapbox is looking very, very nice indeed. It's a lifter. It's got 4 different coloured wheels. It's got handprints all over it. It's just a really cool design. I'm a big fan of it. I think it could do particularly well. It can get hold of things easily because it's got the little barbs on the lifting thing. I think this is the sort of setup I thought Duck was going to have this year, and it's the sort of setup Duck almost does have this year, but obviously they're not competing this year, so perhaps this could be Duck in spirit this year. Slapbox. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a really fun little design, and looking forward to seeing it in action, to be honest. Axolotl is one of the teams that were paying their own way. They needed a little bit of a fundraiser to help them get there. They're there. That is the built Axolotl at BattleBots. Confirmed it will be fighting. It is very cool. I'm a big fan. I like it a lot. As Sam keeps saying, it is vertical two-headed death flamingo. It's got good width. You gotta have width spelt out just as much as possible. Yeah, I like Axolotl. It's, for me, this feels like the Wanhu of this season, so perhaps maybe people will underestimate it, and it'll have some decent fights and do reasonably well. Who knows? Yeah, excited to see Axolotl in action. Up we go once again to the bar spinner, Tombstone. And it looks like it might be reasonably effective, says Ray Billings. Yes, it just about does, doesn't it? This thing, when it spins up, is very scary indeed. And the red bar looking very, very smart. Looking forward to seeing Tombstone back in the box. As I said, hope they fight Endgame, because that would be a really cool matchup for me. Finally a bit of payoff to the call out of 2018. Yeah, Tombstone. There's not a lot else I can say about it. It's Tombstone, isn't it? You expect big things from them. They always seem to provide big things as well. How many teams do we think have a plan for Tombstone this year? That is the question, isn't it? Obviously, Rotator did really well against them last year, defeating them with a few seconds to go. Yeah, just gotta love it. Gotta love it. We move on to Lockjaw. This is the first confirmation I've seen personally that Lockjaw will be out at BattleBots this year. Very exciting. I had to work out what I was saying there. Yeah, Lockjaw are back, and this is their hero shot. Looking very swish once again. Those forks seem to be getting shorter every season, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because they kept getting caught up in the saws. And on the arena, obviously the arena's been fixed, and yeah, nice smooth surfaces at last. No getting pinned on that. And I think they've actually changed the rules so that if you do get pinned, you can be unpinned from the floor. Something I haven't noticed, but I just have. It seems to have gone from 2 discs to 1. Yeah, I can't. I think that's the first time I've properly noticed it. It looks like a dog as well, weirdly. I quite like it, to be honest. Animal-like. It's a mutant animal. Very cool. They've clearly seen what works, and they're going for it. So, yeah, cool. Lockjaw, very, very nice indeed. Could they go a long way into the competition? Obviously, there's no Bite Force this season, so could we see them in the top 4 once again, maybe even further? Could they be finalists this year? We will have to wait and see. I don't think they're filming the finals until potentially later this week or at some point this week, so we'll have to wait and see when the season finally does air. Next up, Sporky is one that I said we hadn't seen, and now we have. There is Sporky in the flesh, with its giant spork axe weapon and its lifter at the front. Very cool. Sort of reminds me of a Robot Champions machine called Stampede from the front. Sort of a combination of that and Gigahertz, which is, I believe, the name of the hammer robot from that as well. Obviously, Gigahertz has been seen elsewhere, I think, in other robot combat shows. But yeah, this is Sporkinok. Very cool. Has a giant spork axe weapon, which is just good fun. Unless that's a clamper, I don't know. It might be a clamper. The wheel setup is very intriguing. It has 4 wheels in line. Very peculiar indeed. But that is the shot that we've teased previously, and I couldn't work out what was happening with it. It looks pretty cool, to be fair. It means that if those outside wheels get hit, they've still got the inside wheels keeping them going, and it's good redundancy. It works well. And yeah, again, looking forward to seeing Sporkanok. I'm looking forward to seeing all the competitors this year, to be honest. I don't think there's a single competitor I properly dislike. Maybe one that I wish could have been more than it was, but yeah, I'm excited for most of them. The Big Deal. Big up the Big Deal. So this is, by the looks of things, Warhawk from last year, and they've converted it into a lifting design. This thing fought at Robot Ruckus last year to reasonable success. It was one of 4 lifting weapons, maybe 3 or 4, I can't remember. It was them, the Krusty Grab, who unfortunately aren't competing this year. At BattleBots, we had Slammo there last year as well at Robot Ruckus. I can't remember who the 4th might have been. But yeah, the big deal. Very cool design. I've seen something similar fight at Motorama Robot Conflict earlier in the year. It did really well. It was a thing called Llama Sheen. Very, very fun little name there. Little fun robot. Very cool. And the lifter worked really well. So fingers crossed for them that this thing will do pretty good. It's got a very tanky looking front wedge. So yeah, you know, good luck to them. Looks cool. Next we go to Tantrum, who have assumed the position. Yeah, we've spoken a lot about Tantrum over the weeks up to BattleBots. It's the first time we've seen it fully painted. It looks amazing. I absolutely love it. So it's got the flamethrowers attached to its arms. It's got the self-righting arms that lift up like, I don't know. It's got the punching mechanism. It's just so cool. I love the new Tantrum. I'm really hoping they do really well this year because this design has a lot of potential and can do some amazing things, I think. Yeah, this looks amazing. This is definitely the best robot that they have made, that team. It's the best version of Tantrum they've done, certainly. It looks the coolest, it looks the most functional. It's just so cool. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it like blowing flames at people as well out of its flaming fists of fury. Oh, I cannot say bad things about Tantrum. It's just awesome. Absolutely love it. Short post, that one. This one here, let's see more, please. See more. Yeah, so Ferocity were a team that were going to be going to BattleBots this year. Unfortunately, they have said that they have pulled out with the threat of COVID and travel restrictions on each side of the border. We weren't willing to take the risk, and 4 to 6 weeks off work. Everyone on our team is safe, at home with their families, excited to watch and promote the season from the sidelines. We will miss seeing all our friends. We hope you stay safe and healthy. And to all the new participants, we look forward to meeting you at the next season. So that is from the Ferocity team, who were going to bring this 8-wheeled articulating horizontal spinner. So it had like a turret on the top that could move the horizontal that was out the front round to the side or like that. It's a very interesting design. And I'm excited to see it in action once they return, hopefully, for BattleBots Season 6. What's next? It's Sub-Zero next, who is just bringing the power this season. As you can see my comment, oh, okay. They throw that tyre to the roof of the box. I think Sub-Zero is a very competent flipper. It looks very, very cool. And I get more and more excited about Sub-Zero every single season I see it. From where it was 2 seasons ago, this big sort of cumbersome looking silver box with a flipper on the front of it and weird self-righty things at the side, this is certainly a step in the right direction, like a big step in the right direction. It is more Bronco-esque. Perhaps it's going to be the Bronco this season. We've not seen confirmation whether they will be there or not, so perhaps this can be the Bronco-esque flipper we need, not the one we deserve. Our boy Rusty, we love Rusty here at World of Woodrow. He is just the best of all of us, and as some of you may know, I'm building a sort of beetle weight version. I'm building a small replica version of Rusty that I've already bought a load of parts for, so very excited to get to work on that. Now we have more images of Rusty. You got to go to I think it's Team Ironforge Robotics or something like that. I meant to share their page and didn't. Silly me. But yeah, Rusty, very, very cool. I'm really excited for it. He's just such a lovely boy, and protect him in the battle box, please, because this thing is just fun. It's just fun, and I love it. Unironically, it's awesome. I love Rusty. He's going to take the nut home. He's going to smuggle it away in his shell. No one's going to know what's happened to it, and he'll just be there chuckling to himself as the winner of the giant nut because he stole it. Gotta love Rusty. There's not a lot else I can say about it. I just love him. I love him so much. Next up we have Pain Train, who were another robot to do a fundraiser to try and raise enough money to get to BattleBots, and I think that fundraiser is still going. But yes, Pain Train is the heavyweight counterpart to Shred It Bro from the Norwalk Havoc American Beetle scene. Got a very cool beta bar weapon, bright blue lights on the back. Just pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. And I believe they've got Shred It Bro going as well, perhaps as a mini-bot, I'm not sure. If it does, it's going to end up probably a bit dead, but who knows? Who knows? Gotta love Shred It Bro. Very cool. Axe Backwards return this season. There they are. They've changed wheels because last time their wheels weren't the right size, so they went to these massive great wheels that were complete other end of the spectrum to the ones they had, and didn't go too well for him either. Hopefully they're going to spin up this season. Obviously, it's a very sort of reminiscent robot to the Barbarous machines back in the olden days of Robot Wars. I love Barbarous, so I'm excited to see a modern version actually work and not just be decimated by whichever opponent comes next. I think this robot could do well. It just needs to be proven in battle, really. Yeah, so good luck to Kurt Durgeon and the Axe Backwards team. There is Whiplash again. Now, this image interested me because Whiplash this season have the normal Whiplash setup, which is on this side. You can see me circling it with my cursor. Over this side, it's got a sort of more defensive plough, which seems to be one piece, and a lifter. No spinner on that setup. So they have a lifter setup and a lifter spinner setup. Very interesting. And yeah, I've always thought that lifter is the primary weapon anyway. So this could be a step in the right direction. Perhaps it's less to go wrong on the robot, so that they can focus more on, just dominating the opponent. Obviously, they won't then have the overhead attacks. It's all just turning things over. But it's something, isn't it? And it could work for them. So best of luck to the team with that design. Next, we have our first look at Black Dragon, who have a very interesting setup this year. They've got the forks at the front, the two sort of front wedgelets, and then the sort of more defensive plough at the sort of base of the box. It's a very interesting design. I can't see a flamethrower on there this season. That's not to say that there isn't one, but I can't see it on there. So perhaps they've removed that for putting weight elsewhere. Maybe they thought the flamethrower wasn't needed. It wasn't, effective in any way. Perhaps it was just so that they could get onto the show last year. And obviously being a top 16 competitor last year, they got back this year. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening there, but good on Black Dragon. Good looking. I'm excited to see it back in action again, because I love me some Black Dragon. That's why I got the t-shirt. Team Immersion obviously won't be at BattleBots this year, being travel bans and things, so this was the team that have Ignition, no, wrong robot, Immersion in the UK. You can see the eyes all lit up and lots of smoke and things. There's not a lot else other than that in this video. But yeah, they won't be here this year, but we will get to see them next year. Hopefully for people in the UK, we might get a live event where they might go and compete. Who knows? I've not heard about any live events happening, and we're sort of getting towards the end of the live event season for 2020. So, yeah, not looking hopeful at this point, but you never know. Maybe. As we scroll up, we see Lego Wars. Lego Wars Episode 1 was truly awesome. I am very biased. I was there driving one of the robots in each of the fights. Yeah, if you've not checked out Lego Wars already, do check it out. It's robot combat made of Lego, and what's not to love there? Some good fights, some really good fights. The one you can see on screen there, King B Cubed versus Sweepy, which is a shuffling spinner. Very fun fight, that one. Really do recommend it. I think it's fight number 2 of that video, but check out all the fights. There's only, I think, 4 in the first episode. It's a top 16 bracket, so we're going 16, 16, 8, 4, 2, done. Yeah, look out for it. It is very fun. Next episode, as you'll see in a little bit further up the list, is coming next Friday, at 7 PM, premiering on the David O. Smeg YouTube channel. There's Team Iron Force, and there is a bit of test footage of Rusty's weapon in action, and a little bit of a drive test as well. Gotta love Rusty. Oh, he's just such a precious boy. Rusty. You've got to love him. You just have to. He is just the best of all of us. There he goes, look. I believe it is a tracked machine, which in 2020 you just don't expect. But, you know, it looks all kinds of manoeuvrable. I'm very excited to see it in action. It's defended. It's just fun, isn't it? It's just a lot of fun, and I can't wait for it to be in action. Here are the Scorpios videos. I said about there's 3 videos showing off the pits of BattleBots. I won't show them now. They're on YouTube. Go and check them out. Links of which you can find on the World of Woodrow Facebook page. Been waiting to say that again in this live stream. We have our first look at Extinguisher with the spinner setup. This is very cool. It's a video over on Instagram, so you're going to need to check it out over on Instagram. I think they've also shared it to their Facebook page, where it plays the video, but I'd already shared this one, so I didn't bother sharing it again. Yeah, Extinguisher with a vertical spinner could be very dangerous indeed. It's good looking, good at moving, very manoeuvrable, more manoeuvrable than it was last year. They've worked hard on this robot, so yeah, could be an underdog perhaps, who knows. Obviously, last week we saw Anderson leaving No More Spinners as a regular. This week we see Oliver Stapley join us as a regular for No More Spinners. Very excited to have him on board. We've done several episodes now with him. He's a good laugh, a good lad. And do go and check out Game 16, the Game 16 Curse, to find out all the trials and tribulations of getting Game 16 of No More Spinners to you all. It is a lot of fun. It is also a crucial match that could end the set. So do go and check it out. It's good. There is Lego Wars, the next episode, containing what looks to be an upside-down Petunia against a confused Weldor. More information after Lego Wars comes out, as I said, Friday, 7 PM BST on the David of Smeg YouTube channel. And we finish off, I believe, with a couple of videos of Chomp in action. Chomp this year is a walking robot, the only walking robot we have this year. We were going to have 3, 1 dropped out, and then I believe Gloomweaver dropped out. I reported on that a few weeks ago. And Chomp is the last walker standing. And good grief, the mechanics in this are just incredible. This thing looks amazing. Their plan, I believe, is to have a rotating turret on the top with a hammer inbuilt, and that is a very awesome prospect. There's another couple of videos up here of Chomp with its armour around the legs. People seemed concerned that the legs were unprotected. There is the leg protection, as you can see. It is thick stuff protecting the legs. Not as thick as they'd want, but it is still a decent amount of armour that is protecting them against spinners. So fear not, those that think spinners are going to go straight through Chomp. They're not. It is a little bit protected against all sorts of things. Why is this video not playing? Let's play the other one, shall we? He's going to go surfing USA. There he goes, look. On board Chomp. Very excited to see Chomp in action. It is big as well. For a heavyweight machine, it is big. 500-pound robot, that one. As in, 500 pounds in weight, not in money. I dread to think how much it's cost the team. You have legs walking, you expect to pay quite a bit. Oh, there is one more video. I forgot about this one. Atom number 94. First look at this. Finally, a proper look at the finished robot, other than just concept art. It has 4 weapon belts. Can you believe? 2 spinners on the front. Very much a dual disc spinner or dual vertical spinner, whatever you want to call it. Just having a little nibble at a time before it absolutely chucks it across the test box, like so. Very scary. Has a lot of punch to it. Atom number 94 will be fighting this season at BattleBots. Very, very cool. And with that, I believe we have reached the end of the news segment, which means I can take a look at your lovely comments before we come to an end for today. So let's scroll up, let's scroll up, let's scroll up. Lots of comments today, good lord. Plenty of people in here, 43 people watching, thank you very much, guys. Plunderbird says, I think Jackpot is my top favourite newcomer. It's up there for me. Yeah, there's several good-looking new robots. I think, for me, possibly Slapbox is up there as one of the best-looking newcomers for me. Have I seen the Chomp reveals? Yes. We've just done them. There's my opinions. Pain Train, yeah, is another good-looking one. Jackpot looks like Deep 6 with 2 verts and a Bite Force chassis. So, looks like Bite Force with Deep 6 bits? I don't know. I thought it was more Death Roll-esque, but there we are. They're revealing the turret today as well. That would be cool. It'd be cool to get a full reveal of Chomp at some point, if that hasn't already come out. Hello, Mr. Psycho. Lovely to see you. Or Henlo, as it should be pronounced. Sam Elliott is in the chat as well. Devon doing God's work here. Yes, thank you. Super Kraken. Really enjoy the videos Scorpio's made. Yeah, they are good videos. Did I know Twilight Foundry Robotics finally won an event after 17 years? I did not know that. Well done to them. Big congratulations. 17 years of waiting. It's the Beer Moth story, isn't it, almost? Big congratulations to them. What else have we got? Team Get Wrecked there. Woohoo! This endgame looks ready to fight Tombstone. It certainly does. I need to upgrade my endgame model. I need to make an endgame model, to be honest. This new version has me all kinds of excited. Endgame versus Tombstone main event. Do you know what? I would die happy if that was a thing. Chibi Whiplash. It does look like a Chibi Whiplash. Whiplash disc looking good. Crystal Carnage is not a fan of the new Whiplash. Hot take! Hey, Steve the American Killjoy's in the chat. Hello, Steve. Hope you're well. I think they've taken off the little ears on Jackpot in favour of the Shreemec. Perhaps the little ears weren't working for them that well. They certainly had them in one iteration of the build, but yeah, by the looks of things, they've gone for the Shreemec instead. So, whatever works. Hello, Charlie. Much love to you as well, you other king. Doing God's work building robots for the next pack, or the next update to the pack. Charlie's been working on several new robots for the pack. I think he shared a little teaser of Smee earlier on today. So yeah, look forward to that in the RA2 BattleBots pack coming soon. Inktober, yeah, last year I got to 14 days into Inktober. I'm hoping to get further into it this year. So if I catch up today and then keep on track, we should do well. I've not seen the Minecraft live event. Don't know what that is. Lofty D, hello Ben, lovely to see you. Did I say hello to Richard Reedshaw? Hello Richard Reedshaw, lovely to see you. The new Hexbug Red Bar, yeah. We stand Axolotl. We certainly do. They have 9 different bars, which is interesting. They do indeed. They have a full armoury of weapons this year. Something for every fight, really. So they could even use just 1 bar per fight if they go all the way through the competition. They could do that. That'd be awesome. Lofty D supports Axolotl's GoFundMe. Interesting. What else we got? Chonkjaw, yeah, very cool. Single tooth, by the looks of things. Hexbug Heroes does need as much test box footage as possible. He started a new series looking at test box footage, which I thought was pretty good, to be honest. Looking at all the test footage, giving a little rundown of what's new and what's changed, what works and what doesn't. Yeah, go and check out Hexbug Heroes channel for more information on test box stuff. I know you said you were going to make mistakes about it. I think I'm going to slip up on it more. Sporky channeling Mouser, and I'm here for it. Yeah, me too, Sam. Me too. It looks awesome. We'll talk about it. Tomorrow, shall we? There are a lot of lifters this season. It's almost the lifter takeover. They're sort of, we've had the vert takeover, now lifter takeover is back again. So yeah, looking forward to that. What else we got? Robocast represent. Yeah, we're just missing Anderson, aren't we? Ahoy there, Robocast team. Boom. Yeah. Woo. I'm your side piece, aren't I, Sam? I'm your side piece. Lots of chat about all the things. Tantrum, yeah, lots of good love for Tantrum. Seymour Skinner. Oh, I knew that was coming. Sub-Zero has been lifting in the off-season, yeah. Do you even lift, bro? Yes, I think Sub-Zero might just... if Sub-Zero fought Scorpius, who would win? I don't know, but I would love to see that fight. I think maybe Sub-Zero, potentially. Sub-Zero has become one of these robots that could potentially go a fair distance. Yeah, I hope Sub-Zero doesn't fight Hydra as well, because, you know, we had the Witch Flippers better last season. We don't need it again this year. I mean, we were going to have the Britain versus American Flippers, but that hasn't come to fruition this year, so, you know, we'll hopefully see that next year. But yeah, let's have a year off Flipper battle, shall we? We get enough of them on the UK live circuit. Some tasty drink. Yeah, Pain Train doesn't have much reach. I'm wondering if they're like aiming for corners and things. Feed things into the spinner. It's backs axwards. It is basically barbarous too, and that's not a bad thing. Is that someone coughing to their arm, or is that somebody dabbing in the comments? Because either way, okay. Spinner with non-silent H. It's pronounced Spinnahhs. You really do have to pronounce the at the end of it for that to work. Chomp the Thwomp. Yeah, big up Chomp. It's looking very cool. How's Bullfrog? It's okay. Nothing's happened to it. Sat in my garage, upright, doing not a lot. I keep meaning to buy parts for it and keep putting it off of other things, so, yeah, you know. Where can you find the best Robot Combat merch? I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I've got merch on Redbubble, so do go and check out the World of Woodrow merch. I get very little money from it, so, you know, you're just supporting Redbubble, really. I mean, I've done it. Did I show you the sticker last week? There you go. I've got it on my hard drive. Look, World of Woodrow stickers now available on Redbubble. Woo. Go check it out. There's also Bullfrog merch over on Redbubble as well, because why not? Need to talk more about Rusty. We do. What should we talk about, your own? It's just amazing, isn't it? I see no flaws in it. Championship winning robot. I just want to go on record, and I meant to do it when we brought up Chomp. I've seen a lot of negativity towards it, even though nobody knows how it's actually done, this new version. Wait until you've seen it before you make any like big decisions on whether it's a bad robot or not. Like, give it half a chance. That's what I'm doing with every robot this season. Give it half a chance, because it may just work. and the negativity towards it, comparing it. This is the thing that really annoys me, is the people commenting things like, "Oh, one fight with Tombstone and it's dead." Well, yeah, one fight with Tombstone and most robots are dead. There's a handful of robots that have beat Tombstone. Bite Force, Rotator. Can I think of any others? Not off the top of my head. You know, it's just dumb to say these things, and really reflects badly on you rather than on the team. So keep your opinions to yourself. Watch the fights, see how it does, and then make an opinion, as opposed to judging the book by its cover. Yeah, Extreme Robots are saying that they haven't updated their website to say each event. I think they're just announcing if it's been postponed or cancelled as it gets closer to the next event each time. So with the way the world is at the minute, with the way the UK is locking down bit by bit, I can't see there being an Extreme Robots event this year. Obviously Boris Johnson's making an announcement tomorrow. Don't know what that might entail. So yeah, I wouldn't get your hopes up too much about Extreme Robots for this year, because they're you know, they're trying to follow COVID guidelines, and you can't fault them for that. So yeah, Bombshell beat Tombstone. That's 3. Yeah, somebody tried to tell me that it wasn't a good combat robot before they've even seen this version of Chomp fight. It's just petty. It's just silly. Give it half a chance, is what I say. Yeah. Anyway, less of this negativity. Oh, Witch Doctor beat it in the Remars event. Yeah. 4. You can count them on one hand. Yeah. Let's move away from the negativity then. We're happy to see Rusty. We're happy to see lots of teams. No, Bite Force can't win Season 5. It's not in Season 5. They're not competing. This was news about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago now. Bronco to win the title? Nah, not anymore. It's had its day, I think. Sub-Zero, on the other hand, maybe. I've run out of drink, which probably means we have reached the stream's natural end. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Do check out the World of Woodrow Facebook page for links to all of this week's news stories, as well as any more that might come out ready for next week. Do go and check out the Robocast Newsweek for a more in-depth look at each of the stories and a bit of discussion between me and Sam over what on earth is going on in the world of combat robotics. That is all, and we shall see you next week. Probably. Bye, everyone.